Hello, new volunteers for San Ramon Valley Unified School District. SRVUSD has partnered with Be a Mentor Inc. to support the registration and screening process of school volunteers. Volunteers register online through a system hosted by Be a Mentor Inc. This partnership will allow SRVUSD to efficiently register school volunteers and significantly reduce the cost of fingerprinting. SRVUSD will maintain control of all information collected during the online registration process. All information is kept private and is used only by the school district. We will be going over SRVUSD volunteer portal page, selecting a volunteer group, sites and activities, volunteer types, adding another site and activity, and application. To start your online application, please go to the SRVUSD volunteer portal page at www.beamentor.org/SRVUSD. Volunteer application. For future reference, you can always go back to this page to continue a save application, or go to your volunteer login page once you finish your application. Now let's start your volunteer application. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and click the blue Apply button. Selecting volunteer group. There are 3 volunteer groups. Parents with children in 1 or more SRVUSD schools. Parent or relative with children in SRVUSD schools who want to chaperone field trips and/or volunteer in classrooms and for other general school assignments. Community members, no children in SRVUSD schools. Community members who do not have children in SRVUSD schools and who are interested in volunteer assignments. Current SRVUSD employees only. Choose this path only if you're an existing employee of SRVUSD and have been fingerprinted by the district for employment purposes. If you are a SRVUSD district employee and a parent, you will fall underneath this section. Sites and activities. Once you have selected your group type, click on either the Sites or Activities button. The Activities button will let you choose which activities you would like to volunteer for, and then will let you select your school. The Sites button will take you to where you could select your school first, then its activities. For this example, we will be selecting the Sites button. Before choosing, let's go over the activity types and what each entails. Activity types. All these activity types have different degrees of background checks and requirements. General school volunteer. Classroom aides and other on-campus school volunteers fall under this category. This is the most basic volunteer type. It includes completion of a volunteer online application, and Be a Mentor runs a search on the National Sex Offender Registry. This clearance type will allow you to act as a volunteer in classrooms and support campus activities. Clearance takes up to 48 hours. Day field trip chaperone. Another basic volunteer type which includes completion of the volunteer online application and a search of the Sex Offender Registry. This clearance type will allow you to act as a volunteer chaperone on day field trips as a non-driver. Clearance takes up to 48 hours. Day field trip driver. This volunteer type includes the completion of a volunteer online application, including uploading a copy of your driver's license and declarations of insurance, and a search of Sex Offender Registry. The district will also obtain a 10-year driving history known as a DMV report. Also, the district will receive DMV pull notifications. A pull notification allows the district to be notified at any time when a reportable traffic violation or incident that is registered with the Department of Motor Vehicles has occurred. It verifies that each driving record has fewer than 2 driver violation points on it. This level of clearance will allow you to transport students as a day driver for field trips, extracurricular activities, and athletic events. Clearance for this level could take up to 10 days. Overnight chaperone. The district will be conducting background clearances on all overnight field trip volunteer applicants. This is the most stringent level of clearance. It includes criminal background clearance through the FBI and Department of Justice and requires applicants to be fingerprinted at one of several local SRVUSD approved LifeScan locations. This level of clearance will allow you to act as a chaperone for overnight field trips and activities. Clearance for this level could take approximately 45 days. Note, it is advisable to get your fingerprinting done as soon as you find out about an upcoming overnight trip. Overnight chaperone driver. Once again, the district will be conducting background clearances on all overnight field trip volunteer applicants. This is the most stringent level of clearance. It includes criminal background clearance through the FBI and Department of Justice, and it requires applicants to be fingerprinted at one of the several local SRVUSD approved LifeScan locations. This volunteer type must fulfill all of the requirements for the day field trip driver volunteer type as well. This level of clearance will allow you to act as a chaperone for overnight field trips and activities. Clearance for this level could take approximately 45 days. Adding another site and activity. Once you are done selecting your school and its activities, you could also add on another school that you would like to volunteer at as well. You could do this by clicking on the Select Another Site button. You will go through the same process again by selecting the school and then the volunteer activities you would like to do there. School activities you sign up for will be displayed on the right-hand side of the page in green under Selected Projects. Double-check your selections. If you would like to remove any of the activities, just uncheck the box next to it, and it will be removed. Confirmation window. After reviewing and making any additional changes, then you could click on the green Apply button. This will cause a confirmation pop-up window to come up. It will read, "You have selected the following activities. Click OK if these are all the activities from all the schools for which you would like to apply. Submit only one application to include all children, activities, and school sites where you wish to volunteer. Click Cancel if you would like to add more activities or school sites where your children attend. Please remember that all desired activities and sites must be selected before clicking the Apply button. If you are ready to proceed with the application, then once again click on the Apply button. This will take you to your application form. Application sections. Please type in your name, alias, email, password, birth date, gender, ethnicity, number of children, ages of children, home address, if you lived in the state consecutively for the past 10 years, and phone number. Remember, after completing each section, you can save your work by just clicking on the Save and Continue button, which is at the bottom right of each section. If you have successfully saved your application, you should see a confirmation pop-up window that will read, "Application saved successfully. Not submitted. Please keep a record of your email and password." You can continue your application below or sign out and come back at another time to complete your application. Children's information. On each school, click on Add Students at the School next to its name. Now you can enter in your child's information for the school. To add additional children to a school, just click on Add Students at the School button by that school's name, and a new child entry will appear. Business information. This section is optional. You can fill out your work phone and extension. Basic background clearance questionnaire. Answering yes to these questions mean you grant Be a Mentor, Inc. permission to check with appropriate authorities such as the Department of Justice and Federal Bureau of Investigation for matters of public record regarding my background and history. Volunteer commitments and policies. By clicking I accept means you will hereby promise to follow school and classroom rules and behave appropriately as a role model when with students on or off school grounds. Be free from the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs when with students on or off school grounds. Never purposely endanger the life or health of a student. Support and follow the teacher's instructions, rules, and curriculum. Perform only the duties described by my site supervisor, and I will not be on school grounds outside of my assigned volunteer job times unless I make arrangements with the school administration. Inform the teacher and school staff of any changes of my address, phone numbers, or emergency contact. Meet all screening requirements as determined by SRVUSD. Now that you have read the volunteer commitments and policies, click on I accept. Please print application for your records before submitting. Next, type in the characters from the CAPTCHA image above. Please note that the characters are case sensitive. If you are having trouble reading the CAPTCHA image, you can click Get a New Challenge to have a new image to appear. You will have two options at the bottom of your application page. The Save button will just save your work without submitting the application. To do this, you must at least have your name, email, and password entered in. Note, hitting this button will only save your application and you have not submitted it. The Submit button will submit your completed application so that your volunteer clearance process can begin. If there are any empty fields in your application, you will get notified. Please fill out the missing information and click on the Submit button once again. You will now get a confirmation window asking you, are you sure you want to submit? Click on OK. If your application was successfully submitted, you will receive a confirmation message in your window. Please review the message. Note: successfully submitting an application will also prompt you to an automated email to be sent with information and instructions. Click on Back to Volunteer Management System main menu. This will take you back to the SRVUSD volunteer portal. Once back, here you can now log in to your volunteer account. On the upper right-hand corner of your screen, click on Login. A drop-down menu will appear and select Volunteer Login. This will take you to the VMS Volunteer Account login page. Enter your login ID and password. Remember, your login ID is your email address you used for your application. Once you have successfully logged in, you can now start reviewing activity requirements, updating your volunteer profile, and start uploading required documents. Remember, if you are having any difficulties uploading a document to your volunteer account, then you could always email, fax, or mail a copy of your document to Be a Mentor. Be a Mentor's email address is help@beamentor.org. Our electronic fax number is 866-498-3620. And our mailing address is Be a Mentor Inc. 24301 Southland Drive, Suite 504, Hayward, California 94545. Thank you for watching, and please check out our other tutorial videos.